Yeah, welcome to Austrian Stocks in English, presented by Palfinger. The new and weekly English-spoken summary for the Austrian stock market, positioned every Sunday in the mostly German-languaged podcast Christian Drastil, Wiener Börse, Sport, Musik und mehr. My name is Christian, I am the host of this podcast, and I will be later on joined by the absolutely smart Alison. In week 31, ATX total return performed bottom line unchanged, losing 8 points to 6,381.66. I have to say thank you to Mariella Schur. She is the managing director of B&C Holding, the big shareholder in Lenzing, AMAG and Semperit. She called us the pioneers of finance news in Austria. Thanks for that, Mariella. Lenzing went 3.14% up and was one of the best stocks this week. News came from Erste Group, RHI Magnesita, AT&S, Vienna Airport, RBI, Lenzing, Kontron, voestalpine, CAIMO and Clean Energy. Spoken now by the absolutely smart Alison.
Thank you, Christian, for calling me absolutely smart. And these were the news of week 31, Monday. Erste Group Bank AG reported an operating result of Euro 1.86 billion in the first half of 2022, up 10.3% year-on-year. The net result attributable to owners of the parent rose to Euro 1,137.0 MN from Euro 918.0 MN on the back of the strong operating result and the net release of provisions. Net interest income increased by 15.9% to 2.84 billion euros on the back of continued solid loan volume growth, especially in the corporate segment and for mortgage loans, as well as further interest rate increases in Czechia, Hungary and Romania. Net fee and commission income increased by 10.5% year-on-year to 1.21 billion euros. The banking group generated a net profit of 1.14 billion euros in the first 6 months of 2022, H1 2021, 918 million euros. Erste Group strategy focuses on the financial health of its customers. A first part of this approach involves a broadly based initiative to create affordable housing in the region. By 2030, the group plans to finance a total of up to 15,000 apartments in the subsidized affordable segment and C. The geopolitical situation and high inflation are clouding the outlook in Europe. Nevertheless, the economies in the eastern part of the EU have so far shown resilience, with comparably solid public finances, an unbroken willingness to invest on the part of companies, as well as a labor market development that remains so far and consumer confidence that continues to be positive, said Willi Cernko, CEO of Erste Group Bank AG. RHI Magnesita, global supplier of high-grade refractory products, systems and solutions, announced its unaudited results for the 6 months ended June 30, 2022. Revenue increased 33% to Euro 1,594 MN. Adjusted EBITDA increased by 47% to Euro 188 MN. Commenting on the results, Chief Executive Officer, Stefan Borgas, said, "In the first half of 2022 we further demonstrated the benefits of prioritizing customer deliveries in an environment of continued supply chain volatility. Our investment in inventories to ensure our customers remain supplied with essential refractories has underlined the importance of supply reliability and has enabled us to simultaneously increase prices and gain market share. Following major investments in our production network, SG&A reduction and progress on our sales strategies, the group is in a strong position to maintain its leadership position in the refractory industry and to navigate future challenges." Valneva, a specialty vaccine company, today confirmed the signing of the amendment to its advance purchase agreement, APA, with the European Commission, EC, following expiration of the member states' opt-out period, as announced by the company on July 20, 2022. Under this amendment, the member states' purchases of Lot 2001, Valneva's inactivated whole virus COVID-19 vaccine, consist of 1.25 million doses of Lot 2001 in 2022, with the option to purchase an equivalent quantity later this year for delivery in 2022. The company expects to deliver the first vaccine doses to participating EU member states, Germany, Austria, Denmark, Finland and Bulgaria in the coming weeks. Tuesday, AT&S, manufacturer of high-end printed circuit boards and IC substrates, continued its growth course unabated in the first quarter of the financial year 2022-23. Consolidated revenue improved by 58% to Euro 503 MN in the first quarter of the financial year 2022-23. EBIT rose to Euro 73 MN. Profit for the period soared from Euro -5 MN to Euro 96 MN. CEO Andreas Gerstenmayer says, "We are on track to meet our short and medium-term targets, both in strategic and in operational terms. We are aiming for revenue of roughly €2.2 billion in the financial year 2022-23, with an adjusted EBITDA margin of 27 to 30%. If the build-up of additional production capacity in Chongqing, Kulim and Leoben continues as planned, we will generate revenue of €3.5 billion already in the financial year 2025-26, with an EBITDA margin of 27 to 32%. Gerstenmayer comments on the further development. Vienna Airport, based on the improved traffic development, the Flughafen Group, Vienna Airport now expects for 2022 revenue of around Euro 670 MN, previously Euro 640 MN, a positive EBITDA of at least around Euro 290 MN, previously Euro 260 MN, and a positive net result of at least Euro 100 MN, previously Euro 80 MN. Wednesday, Lenzing. The fibers producer Lenzing Group's revenue grew by 25.2% year-on-year to reach Euro 1.29 billion in the first half of 2022, primarily due to higher fiber prices. The earnings trend mainly reflects the cost trend in global energy and raw material markets, which affected the whole of manufacturing industry. Energy, raw materials and logistics costs rose sharply once again in the reporting period, after cost pressure had already risen steadily throughout the 2021 financial year. As a consequence, earnings before interest, tax, depreciation and amortization, EBITDA, decreased by 13.3% year-on-year to Euro 188.9 MN. Net profit for the period decreased by 24.8% to Euro 72.3 MN. RBI, Raiffeisen International Bank's first half net interest income, NII rose 46% year-over-year to Euro 2.20 billion and at a strong customer loan growth and rising interest rates. Net fee and commission income, NFCI, grew 73.3% to Euro 1.57 billion driven by high client activity in the group's foreign currency business, primarily in the spot foreign exchange business in Russia, RBI said. This development was due to both the geopolitical situation and the measures taken by the Russian central bank to restrict foreign exchange, the bank said. First half operating income rose 62.8% year-over-year to Euro 4.15 billion, driven by strong growth of both NII and NFCI. RBI's consolidated profit for the period increased roughly 180% to Euro 1.71 billion, helped by the sale of subsidiary Raiffeisen Bank, Bulgaria to KBC Bank NV earlier this year, which contributed Euro 453 MN to group earnings. In 2022, RBI expects to achieve NII of Euro 4.3 billion to Euro 4.7 billion and NFCI of at least Euro 2.7 billion. Thursday, voestalpine. Demand for the high-quality products of the Steel and Technology Group voestalpine in first quarter of the business year was positive in all segments despite the difficult environment. Revenue rose year-over-year by 37.7% to Euro 4.6 billion in Q1 2022/23. EBITDA soared by 68.5% to Euro 879 MN. EBIT more than doubled, from Euro 332 MN in Q1 2021/22 to Euro 693 million in Q1 2022/23. Voestalpine delivered extraordinarily strong results in its first business quarter. We are, however, aware of the potential risks that we may face due to the uncertainty of economic developments in the second half of calendar year 2022 and have prepared well for them, says Herbert Ebensteiner, CEO of Voestalpine AG. Kontron, Technology Group Kontron AG was able to increase revenues by 10.0% to Euro 660.7 MN in the first half of 2022. Organic growth was as high as 10.4% after the partial withdrawal from Russia. EBITDA increased to 62.6 MN, PY, Euro 58.3 MN, already close to the current target for the EBITDA margin of 10%. Net profit increased by 23.0% up to Euro 12.8 MN in the second quarter, PY, Euro 10.4 N. Hannes Niederhauser, CEO Kontron AG, Our order situation remains very good and the growth prospects in the IT sector are excellent. This makes me optimistic that we will achieve our set goals. Without accounting for the planned sale of the IT services division, we still expect 12% organic growth to Euro 1,500 MN revenue in 2022, despite ongoing problems in the supply chains. Following the sale of the IT services division, we plan to replace the lost revenue with IT revenues and expect revenues to increase to Euro 2,000 MN by 2025 with a significantly higher EBITDA margin target of 13%. Erste Group, Andreas Beerworth, the CEO of Deutsche Telekom's Austrian subsidiary Magenta Telekom, will move to Erste Group as of October 1, 2022. In a first step, Beerworth will assume responsibility for the retail banking business together with Erste Group CEO Willi Cernko. It is planned that after a familiarization period of several months and following the fit and proper assessment established by regulatory requirements, Andreas Beerworth will be appointed to Erste Group's management board as Chief Retail Officer. In this role, Beerworth will be responsible for managing the retail agendas of the entire banking group. Friday, CAMO. The management board of Austrian-based real estate company CA Immobilien has decided to enter into exclusive due diligence and negotiations based on a Memorandum of Understanding, MO, in relation to the sale of the Romanian platform. The outcome of this process is still uncertain. The company underlines, Clean Energy, Austrian Clean Energy AG secured the contract to build photovoltaic power plants with a total capacity of around 12 megawatts in Germany. A total of 3 solar landfills are being built in the district of Zwickau in the federal state of Saxony. The order volume for the first construction phase is around 6 million euros and will increase over the course of the year, the company stated. And now bye-bye from Alison.
And Christian, we wish you a great week. Hear you next Sunday. Austrian Stocks English. Austrian Stocks English. Presented by Paulfinger. Austrian Stocks English. Presented by Paulfinger. Presented by Paulfinger. Presented by